We want to get back to that cold case we told you about at the start of the broadcast tonight. Spokane police just solved the 62-year-old murder case of Candy Rogers.
So throughout this evening, we've been getting your questions about this case, and our Ian Smay is joining us now to answer some of your most asked questions. So Ian, let's start off with, what do we know right off the bat about the man who they have ultimately named as the one who killed her, John Reigh Hoff?
Mark Whitney, we know that he did serve in the U.S. military, but they said records from the military show that he definitely was not in Korea at the time of Candy's murder. We also know that he actually was discharged after he was convicted of a charge of second-degree assault with intent to rob, which he did against a woman in the Browns Addition neighborhood. He ended up serving 6 months in jail for that. Again, that was a charge of second-degree assault with intent to rob. And again, he was 20 and a half years old or so at the time of the murder, and he was discharged from the military after he was convicted of that crime of second-degree assault.
And one of the questions, Ian, we've received a lot or seen a lot today is, was there any connection between the suspect and the victim in this case? Did they know each other, or was this just random?
Yeah, Mark, there's a little bit of a gray area there. So the one connection that might have happened is that John's stepsister, actually, who was a lot younger than him, was the big sister of Candy's in that Campfire Girl organization. And she did live in Hoff's childhood home, but Hoff did not live there at the time. So again, there's no confirmation that they ever met or there was a meeting before the crime happened. But his stepsister, who was a lot younger than him, was 1 year older than Candy and was her big sister in that organization, which meant she served in kind of a mentor role as she worked her way through the Campfire Girl organization. But again, no confirmation that Hoff and Candy ever met before that night.
It's incredible to think that a case could even be solved 62 years later, and that evidence is even still in existence. So this is now bringing a lot of attention to other cold cases here in the Spokane area. What did you learn, or what have you learned about how many other cold cases here in the area are still being actively worked?
Yeah, so the Spokane Police Department has at least 110 more cold case homicides. They said they are actively working on a few at a time. And again, that's just homicide cold cases, not other crimes that might be considered cold at this time. But one thing that kind of holds them up and might lead to them taking so long is there's not really a dedicated cold case unit. There are people that work on cold cases, but it's more of a part-time thing they have to do on top of their other daily full-time duties, which again might lead to the high number of 110 at least just when it comes to homicides, but also just why it takes so long. In this case, 62 years to solve this murder. And again, they don't have a lot of resources for that, and that's something that they might be looking at in the future. And we understand that you may still have some more questions you'd like answered about this case, so if you'd like more information about it, just text the word COLD to 509-448-2000, and we'll send a link right to your phone.